become the first former Soviet republic to break apart. James Mates, ITN, Moscow.
George Bush faces a key test in 2 hours' time when he confronts his presidential rivals in the first televised debate of the campaign. He's hoping it will revive his fortunes as he lags behind the Democrat Bill Clinton in the opinion polls.
He's losing in states Republicans have held for decades. His latest attacks on Bill Clinton's patriotism are backfiring. President Bush arrived in St. Louis today with a mountain to climb. For Bill Clinton, a jog before this trial by television in front of a primetime audience of 70 million, maybe more. With a good impression vital, Clinton tried on different jackets in the debating hall, practiced his opening statement, showed his nerves. And for the first time, there'll be a third debater, Ross Perot, preparing too, above all to attack George Bush.
I don't pretend to be the world's greatest debater. I didn't go to Oxford.
Mr. Bush, trying to lower expectations, knows how vital debates are. John Kennedy's performance in the very first against a sweating, nervous Richard Nixon was seen to have won him the election. Mistakes can hurt. This one lost Gerald Ford votes.
There is no Soviet domination of Eastern Europe.
Often, it's not issues that count, rather the single devastating remark.
There you go again. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
I think they're the single most important event in an American presidential campaign. And George Bush can win the election because of these debates.
If Bill Clinton can, in the course of these debates, give enough reassurance to those who are disinclined to support Bush but not quite ready to come to him, basically he could wrap the thing up.
Above all, Bill Clinton needs to avoid making a major mistake. George Bush needs to make up for the major mistakes of his campaign so far. For both, this may well be a decisive moment. Bill Neely, ITN, St. Louis.
Golf. Nick Faldo comfortably won the Toyota World Match Play Championship at Wentworth today. He beat his American opponent Jeff Sluman with 7 holes to spare in the most one-sided final in the history of the competition.
Faldo rarely looked in trouble as he set about repeating his triumph of 3 years ago. He produced some brilliant shots to take a 6-hole lead at the halfway stage. He didn't have it all his own way. There were occasional problems. And there were brief flashes of brilliance from Sluman, including this 40-footer. As so often, though, Faldo proved in a class of his own, this time with an 8-iron to the 11th. Sluman had to hold this to stay in contention. When he didn't, the way was clear for Faldo. It was the biggest winning margin in the history of the competition and left Faldo another £160,000 better off.
Finally, American astronomers are setting out on a bold mission to seek out new life in space without leaving the planet Earth. They've devised what's described as an interstellar phone tap to scan the heavens for signs of aliens.
As Captain Kirk constantly says, space is the final frontier. For years, humanity has been obsessed with the idea of alien life. Hollywood's visions of close encounters with little green men in flying saucers may seem far-fetched. Tomorrow's scientists will point electronic ears to the cosmos and find out if there really is anyone out there.
I think there's a good chance that by the year 2000 we will have succeeded, but it's not a cinch.
Scientists plan to eavesdrop on billions of signals, equivalent to scanning the Encyclopedia Britannica every second and finding a 3-word phrase.
Here come the 1,000 targeted stars. The star we're going to start observing with is that one right there. These are the ones we think most likely will have planets where life is developed.
The project will cost more than $100 million and take 10 years to complete. It may seem like the stuff of science fiction comics, but for NASA it's a unique opportunity to seek out new civilizations and boldly listen where no man has listened before.
And that's all from us this evening. Goodbye.
Blockbuster ITV Saturday movies still to come this autumn. Nick Nolte, 3 Fugitives. Cher, Suspect. Michael Douglas, Wall Street. The story of the Brinks Mat robbery, Fool's Gold. Tom Cruise, Cocktail. Bob Hoskins, Roger Rabbit. Chuck Norris, The Delta Force. Liam Neeson, Under Suspicion.